Hey guys, Amy with Profiles Backstage here with your October swag. And let me tell you, this was a rough one to get out for us in between these two storms that we had and issues with products being delivered because of the storms. Things were held up. So we kind of had to just go with it and create an awesome swag for you. So I am excited about this. We tried to get this out to you before Milton came to visit, but our post office closed early, so we were unable to do so. I know it's a Halloween themed swag, so I wanted to get it in your hands as soon as possible. But if you guys are anything like me, we're doing Halloween nails up to the date of Halloween. So hopefully you get a lot of use out of this product. So to start with what's in your swag bag, we've got the slime gel, which is a glow-in-the-dark, semi-transparent green gel. So this is a little bit thicker than regular gel polish, so it allows you to build it up, still get that dimension because it does have a little bit of transparency to it. I've used a lot out of my pots, so your pot will come a lot more full than that looked. Anyway, next is the cat's eye, white cat's eye. So this looks silver, but once you put it on and use your magnets, it really brightens up and turns like this amazing ultra bright white cat's eye. So we've got that. And then we've got this adorable tool, which we're going to use this to create our design. It's got the big, thick dotting tool on the end and the liner brush on the other end. Super cute. However, I left mine in my hair and cured it when I went outside. So I will not be using the liner portion of this today because it's hard. So let's get started. I am going to swatch a couple tips for you. And we're going to start with a nice kind of nude, creamy nude gel polish. I'm going to do a couple different colors for you because I think for the swag bag card, I used Haley, which is what I'm going to use first. But I want to show you a couple different background colors just to give you some more inspiration. The white cat's eye looks great over anything, but if you're using this slime gel, you really want a light background so you can really see that green color. If you're using a dark background, you might not see the green to it. So if you are using a dark background, just put white underneath where you're putting your slime gel. But we're gonna get started. This is Haley. And this is from the Babe Gel collection. This is a one coat coverage. And like I said, this is like a creamy nude blush kind of color. And we're gonna swatch this and then we're gonna put that in the lamp to cure for the full 60 seconds. Next, we're going to use Jessica, which is a nice light pink. And we'll get that on there, cure that for 60 seconds. And then the last color I'm using is Amy, which is the milky white color. So once that comes out of the lamp, we're going to take our white cat's eye. And like I said, it does look more silver when you're first putting it on. But once you use your magnet, you'll see that it will really brighten up. I'm going to do a couple different magnets because this swag did not include a magnet. So whatever you have is going to work. I'm just going to start with the flat magnet. And I'm going to use the tip of the flat magnet to kind of create waves in the background. This isn't going to give me like any stark lines or anything. I just want some waviness of the cat's eye for the background, just for a little bit of depth. So once you're happy with that, go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds. Next, we're going to use the same magnet, but I'm going to use the circular side instead. So this way I can get kind of that nice swirl, that S down the center of the nail. And we're just going to go in each side until we see that nice sharp S. So just keep working at it until you're happy with the design. And then once you're happy, go ahead and cure that. Also, when you're creating this S, make sure you pull your magnet away really quick, because if you're close to the nail and you slowly pull your magnet away, it might kind of kill some of that definition that you've got going on. So make sure you're pulling that magnet quick. For this last one, I'm going to use the Rolo magnet. This is a great magnet for if you want to pull all of that pigment, that metallic pigment up to the top. So I just want a really bright white. So this is going to give me that. And now we're going to put that in the lamp, cure that. And now these are all out of the lamp. and you can see the different patterns and kind of the texture that it gives the nail. I am going to do these designs on matte and gloss. It looks great either way. Sometimes I feel like with the matte top coat and then you do a glossy design on top, it really gives you a lot of dimension, and I love that look. So we're gonna start with the Babe No Wipe matte top coat. We're gonna put this on there and we're gonna cure that for 30 seconds. And then for the other two, we'll go in with the No Wipe top gloss and pop those in the light and cure those for 30 seconds. Okay, so our next step, once this comes out of the light, we are gonna do the skull face first. And this is that drippy skull. I love this design. Here's a super easy way to do it. We're gonna start with the liner brush and we're gonna just kind of line the cuticle area. And you can see there's definitely a lot of body to this gel, so it stays put. It will self-level a little bit, but it really stays put and will not run on you. So once you've got that cuticle area done, next we're gonna just go right down the center. And then we're gonna turn this into a little triangle. So now we've got our like eye sockets there, and that triangle part is going to be where the nose is gonna be. So I'm gonna go back in, grab a little bit more gel, just kind of go back over my lines here just to thicken it up. And then we're gonna take and just kind of connect the sides to where that little triangle is, where the nose is. So we'll do that on both sides. This is kind of like the cheekbone area. And then I am going to just add a little line in the nose area, kind of to make it look almost like an upside down heart. This will give it more of that skeleton skull nose look. So once we've got this part done, next we're gonna go in and grab a little bit more gel, a nice dollop. And then we're going to start with a little dot, kind of do a swirl, and then we're gonna pull up and kind of string it up to the skull. So we're gonna do a couple of these drippies, and then we're gonna kind of self-level out the gel. I mean, as you're working, you might notice that it will kind of fall and self-level down the sides a little bit, so you'll feel like it's a little bit thicker in those cheekbone areas. But at the end, when you're finished with the design, you're just gonna go in with your brush and just kind of pull the gel where you want it to go. And remember, this gel that we're working with, this does not need to be top coated. It will leave a slight tacky layer that you can wipe with alcohol, and it will stay shiny, so you don't have to top coat this at all. But really, really easy gel to work with. We're gonna put one more drippy on here, kind of swirl, get it off the brush, and then again, just string it back and kind of pull that gel and get it to float where you want it. So now I'm just gonna go in and kind of pull some of that up towards the center of the nail again. You can add some more gel if you want a little bit more dimension or a little bit more of that green color. And again, once you're happy with this, we're gonna go in the lamp and we're gonna cure this for 60 seconds. And here she is out of the lamp. Super easy, right? Okay, so next we're going to do some drippies. So I'm definitely seeing a ton of the drippies. Obviously with Halloween, this is like the perfect easy nail to do. So the best way for me to create this nail and to get them to look really consistent and kind of juicy looking, we're gonna start again the same way we did with our skull. We're gonna just line that cuticle area. Then I'm gonna use the back side of the tool, the dotting side, create a couple dots. And then we're just gonna take that liner and we're gonna pull those dots right into that line that we created at the cuticle area. And keep it pretty thin so that the thickest part is that bulb at the end. And then go in and just kind of round off any of those lines to really give it that, like I said, like that juicy drip. I love it. Again, such an easy nail to do, but it's just so fun with any color, really. But I love the dimension that this slime gel gives. So for the last one, we're going to do more of a splatter. And to start with the splatter, we're going to use that daughter tool again, and I'm just going to kind of make a roundish shape. We're going to do 2 of these, one on the top by the cuticle, one towards the free edge, and then we're just going to add a few dots while I still have that product on that dotting tool. Then just flip it over, use the liner brush. You're going to grab a little bit of product, and we're going to do the same thing we did with our drip. So we're going to go outside of that shape that we created and kind of give it that swirl, and then pull and kind of string in your gel. And obviously with your splatter, you don't want it to be perfect. You almost want to make sure that it does not look completely symmetrical. So some splatter will be out further, some will be in closer, and then don't forget to add those tiny dots also. And again, when you're happy, go ahead and cure this for the full 60 seconds. So when these come out of the lamp, make sure you're wiping with alcohol, not acetone. Acetone will dull it because it is a soakable gel. So if you want to keep that nice shine, make sure that you're using alcohol. And also, not sure if I mentioned, but this glows in the dark too. So with all these Beetlejuice nails going around this Halloween season, this is such a fun product to work with. Happy spooky season, you guys, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting us and checking on us. You know, you got to check on your Floridians in October because it's always a rough month for us down here. But thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next month.